minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. If you are a resident of Ocala or Marion County, you've been here a while, you know what FAFO means. FAFO is an acronym that we all became familiar with the first time we probably found out about Fine Arts for Ocala. It's a signature event happening this Saturday and Sunday, and we're going to find out more about it. Heather Gifford is in the studio with us to talk to us about it. She is, in addition to being the co-chair of Fine Arts for Ocala, she's also the director of patient experience and organizational development at Monroe Regional Medical Center. So your plate is full. Heather, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Nice.
It's great to be here. Good morning.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
So how do you divide your time between what you do at the hospital and what you do for the Fine Arts for Ocala?
I spend a lot of time multitasking, I think, in both places. But our meetings are usually in the evenings with FAFO, and I take stuff home on the weekends and just make it work. We have a great team. We have 26 members of our board, and everyone on the FAFO board is 100% engaged.
Wow,
so
26 members. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a great group.
When we go to Monroe, I don't know if this is even connected with what we're going to talk about, but when you go to Monroe,
yes,
you're visiting somebody, you'll notice on the walls there's some nice artwork there.
Yes.
Are you responsible for that?
Not me personally, no, but the hospitals worked closely with the community and created a nice space with other community members besides FAFO to create.
So I wanted to tell you an observation I made, and,
Sure.
and this does play into the arts in general. Is that when you're in the hospital, usually you're visiting somebody who's, unless it's a lady having a baby and it's a good experience, usually there's somebody, fighting something and it's not always so happy.
Right.
And when you see the artwork, there's a calming effect.
Mm-hmm.
There's something that art does to us as human beings. I don't know that I understand it, but it's there, and I think we all agree to it.
Absolutely. Art is used throughout the community as a healing activity. Yeah. It does. It helps our minds. It takes us away from the stressors that we may be experiencing. Yeah. You may remember seeing in the hospital ceiling tiles.
Yes,
with the
I
art.
Sure do. Yes.
Yeah. So that was a project that the hospital did several years ago with the community artists, and it's a wonderful way to kind of soften the space that is, as you said, sometimes very difficult to be a part of.
So let's talk a little bit about the nuts and bolts of this weekend.
Okay.
And then I want to backtrack a little bit and find out your involvement in it and how that'll happen. What can we expect this weekend?
Well, Saturday and Sunday we start at 10 o'clock in the morning. It'll run till 5. There are 172 artists going to be at the art show this year. Wow. So great.
And where is it this year?
Right on the square,
right
downtown.
On the square. Okay.
So it from the main square where the gazebo is all the way down to Citizen Circle. So it's a good 6 blocks where we have artists and entertainment.
Oh, nice.
Food trucks. We have 2 stages that will be running. We have the gazebo stage where we have the professional local artists who perform music. We have Miranda Madison, Greg Pando, The States, and Left on Broadway. All will be performing there. Okay. And then at Citizen Circle.
Left on Broadway, that's a female duo?
Actually, there are 4 or 5
all
members
ladies?
of Left on Broadway. No, one woman and the rest of them are men.
Okay.
Yeah. They're fabulous. They've played all over town, and I think most recently at Tuscaloosa yesterday. I believe I saw them at Tuscaloosa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so great. And all 4 of these groups are fabulous. And then at the Citizen Circle stage is where we have all of the student entertainment from all the local schools.
Okay.
And so we'll have dancers and
nice.
So they come in, and because all of the student art this year has moved, we have had historically the student art tents on the square and the students performing there, but Citizen Circle has such a nice space with that splash pad, and all of the food trucks are situated there, that we thought putting the local young entertainers on that stage and moving the art there would be a great environment for those families.
And there will be art, though, from the square all the way to Citizen Circle, so there will be the regular artists also at Citizen Circle, not just the student art.
At Citizen Circle is where all the student art is. All the booths between Citizen Circle and the square are all those individual booths are the professional artists who've come to the show.
Where do they come from? Where do the artists?
All over the country.
Really?
Yeah, all over the country. More often or more likely in Florida, but we do have people who travel from
So this
further
is
away.
not only a signature event for us as spectators, I guess you call us, right? Just
Right.
walking around. But the
Yeah.
artists themselves, it's a signature event, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Well, we give $22,000 worth of prizes to our artists
Oh,
who come
wow.
participate. So it's a big show. We have people who come, it's a juried art show as well. So it isn't the kind of show they can just call and pay $50 and get in. They go through a jurying process. And so we know that we're providing for our community the best artists that we can, and ensure that it's a good show, good time for everybody.
And when you talk about the artists, are they just visual artists on canvas, or do you also have people that make jewelry and do woodworking type of thing?
Absolutely, wood, jewelry,
Oh, really?
canvas, different mediums, sculpture. Yeah, metalwork, jewelry, and we try to balance it as well too. We take the best of the best, but we want to make sure that we have a representation from all different artists. Yeah.
I have a hard time understanding why some art is good and some art isn't. And for example, if I go to the Appleton Museum, like if I see some of those paintings in there, I go, wow, that is awesome. But if I go to the Harn Museum in Gainesville and there's a big canvas with nothing on it but white paint.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll say, what? Why is that here? It looks like my wall.
Yeah, right.
I don't understand what fine art is, and I'm not expecting you to explain it to me. I just.
Yeah.
But I think in a setting, an outdoor setting like Fine Arts for Ocala has, I don't know, I just like the outdoor part of it,
Yeah, I'll answer both of your questions, or I'll tell you what my thought. I mean, fine art it's in the eye of the beholder, and I think that's why it's so nice to be able to bring an event like this with such variety. There will be something meaningful and fine for everyone who comes and experiences it, especially if you're coming looking to be inspired or even just to enjoy. But you're right. The having the show back on the square, because we were not at the square, we were at the McPherson complex for a little while. But coming back to the square, the city has been so wonderful to work with. Coming back to the square, it is kind of feels like it's home, and the outdoor environment and all of the tents, and we have stilt walkers and face painters.
Oh, really?
Yes, and so it really is just a great.
I agree with that too. I mean, I love the McPherson area. I mean, it's a beautiful piece of ground. But there's something about Ocala has this tiny little taste of urban right there. And that's where it is. And I don't know, just the art mixed into that little urban area just feels, I don't know, right? Do you agree with that, Robin?
I do.
It's just,
I do.
I don't know
think
why.
it's artsy.
It's one of those things that's hard to explain.
Yeah.
It's like artists seem to be in cities, and I don't know, just makes sense.
Is the parking garage open now? Will they be able to accommodate people, and then where will other people park once the parking garage is
My
filled?
understanding is that the parking garage is open.
Oh,
I think it
really?
opened last week on
Oh,
Friday,
really?
if I'm not mistaken. But we have the handicap parking planned for the first floor of the parking garage, because that's been one of our biggest challenges, is
Okay,
to meet
right.
the needs of the people wanting to come, but who just have a harder time getting there. So, we have volunteers and a team monitoring the parking, and I would suggest for anyone who wants to look very closely at where parking is available, the FAFO.org on our website, we have links to everything that's been sent out in the paper that has the maps for where we're suggesting people park.
And is parking free in the parking garage?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
All right, we're going to learn more. Heather Gifford is in the studio. We'll take a little break and be right back. The Fine Arts for Ocala event is this Saturday from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. and Sunday from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. We'll be right back. If you want to know more right now, go to fafo.org, and we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. A shower in spots Monday morning, otherwise a mix of clouds and sunshine with a high of 84 to 88. Monday night will turn out mainly clear, though 68 to 72. Tuesday, sunshine mixing with clouds. Watch out for a passing shower, high 84 to 88. But Wednesday, times of sun and clouds. There can be a shower or thunderstorm around, the high 83 to 87. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
A young woman contemplating having an abortion is told by society that whether she has her baby or not, it is her choice. The House of One in Faith in Ocala wants to give that young woman a place to live in comfort during her trying time, to help her know that God's love is abundant and that He is not ashamed of her in any way. The House of One in Faith is free and confidential. For more information, call 352-687-8895.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. A shower in spots Monday morning, otherwise a mix of clouds and sunshine with a high of 84 to 88. Monday night will turn out mainly clear, though 68 to 72. Tuesday, sunshine mixing with clouds. Watch out for a passing shower, high 84 to 88. For Wednesday, times of sun and clouds. There can be a shower or thunderstorm around, the high 83 to 87. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hey Ocala, this is Kelly Hart, Executive Editor of Ocala Magazine. Did you know last year Ocala Magazine won more awards in excellence than any other publication in Florida? And this year, Ocala Magazine was named Best Consumer Magazine in the state. Now you can join me every Friday at 10 a.m. on Ocala Magazine Radio, where we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life, right here on The Source. Ocala Magazine thanks you for making us number one. And remember, there is only one Ocala Magazine.
All right, 17 minutes after 11 o'clock, Heather Gifford is in the studio, and she's talking to us about the 50th anniversary of the Fine Arts for Ocala event here in Ocala. Gosh, what was it like 50 years ago? I can't even imagine what it was like.
Yeah, 1966, I believe it was a small show, though actually I think they had, if I remember correctly, maybe 200 artists they might have had at that time, but they held it in one of the downtown bank areas.
Really?
Yes, I'll see if I can't pull some of that up, give you all the details about exactly the first art show.
The judging, who does the judging? Is it FAFO? FAFO does the judging?
We hire judges. We hire professional artists to do the judging.
Oh, wow.
We start first thing in the morning.
That's got to be hard.
They visit there's a certain set of criteria that they use. They visit every artist booth.
On Saturday.
For a very specific set amount of time. So everyone gets the same amount of time and is judged by the same criteria. And then those judges go and sit and deliberate, and we tally all of that information and award the awards that evening.
Are they given categories? Like, does the sculpting person in a different category than the painting person?
Yeah, so there's a separate category for each medium, and then there's first, second, and third options.
And for the students also, do the same judges judge the student artwork?
You know, that's a great question. I don't believe so. I think we have faculty from the schools who do the judging.
Gosh, I would hate to disappoint anybody. Do we have? I know we do. So let me ask it a different way. Can you name some of the artists who are from Ocala who will be in the show, or is it too numerous to name?
Yes, I don't have the lists of any of their names.
But we have a lot of them, right? We have a lot of really talented artists here, right?
Absolutely.
And they already know in advance. Everybody's in the same criteria, right? I mean, you have to, whether you're from Oregon or Ocala, you got to pass the test.
Absolutely, yeah. They submit photographs of their work and bios and examples of what they've done, and
wow.
that's the juried part of it prior to their actually admitting. They go through an application process.
And in addition to perhaps making money with prize money, they sell their art as well, right?
Absolutely. And that's one of the things we want to do is create an environment for our community to come and experience the art and enjoy the environment, enjoy the activities. But we also need to make sure that we create an event where people come who truly are interested in purchasing art, because it's very meaningful for the artists who come. That this is their way of life, and they want to share their art and have people enjoy them in their homes or their businesses or wherever.
And will the farmers market still be allowed to be open?
I believe
during
it still
FAFO?
will be. Yeah, I believe it still is.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Excellent.
When an artist has a piece of art that somebody wants to buy, does the purchaser have to leave it there for the length of the show? Like if you bought it and it's no more in the show.
No. Yeah, if you buy it, it's yours and you walk away with it.
You do.
Yes.
Oh, that's
so by the end of
wonderful.
us as spectators, we got to go early to see everything because it must thin out a little
Okay.
bit by Sunday night, huh?
Well, I would say come as early as you can so you get to see everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you an
Absolutely.
artist?
I am. I love the arts. I would consider myself a very creative individual. I sing and I have performed at the Ocala Civic Theater on a
That's
regular
where we know you
basis.
from.
That may be
Okay,
where you know
that's
me
it.
from.
Rob is at the theater all the
That's where we know
time,
you.
and now your name
Yes.
does ring a bell. So you've been in
Yeah.
some of the brochures. The
Yes.
programs that she brings back.
Yes, the last show I did at Ocala Civic Theater was Chicago, and I had the lead female role in
Yeah,
that show. So
you're
it was great.
marvelous.
Thank you.
Absolutely
Thank you.
marvelous.
Oh, there you go. So that's where your love of the arts comes from.
I love the entertainment aspect of that,
Yeah.
live music.
Well, and that's
live
that's another
performances.
area too that calms us, doesn't it? And takes us out of whatever we're going through and brings us to a more peaceful place, doesn't it?
Well, that's why we sing to our children before they go to sleep, and why we listen to music, and it affects our moods so much. I think the arts are such an incredibly important part of life. I think we know from studies that we learn better when we have well-balanced schools with arts, and we don't just focus on math, reading, English. All of those things are incredibly important. But a well-balanced curriculum with artists or with art as a component creates a better young person who becomes a more well-rounded adult.
And you said there will be food trucks there. What kind of criteria did they have to follow to
Oh,
be
culinary
accepted?
art.
They have to be amazing. And
That's
that's
culinary.
culinary art. You're right. We have quite a few returning food trucks. I'll just tell you, we've got Humble Pie, Tu Madre, JR's Barbecue, Pawpaws, Kona Ice, and we've got hot dogs and pretzels and the
Pretzels.
just all kinds of kettle corn. We see arapas, honey baked ham. We've got a lot of great.
You
lot of
like
great food
those.
coming.
Which one? The Rapas?
Rapas, yeah.
The arapas, yeah. I think last year was the first year that we had them,
Isn't
and
that
they
what
were a
we had
huge hit.
at the what was the thing in Tuscaloosa?
Oh, at the Shakespeare in the Park
It's a
Festival.
corn pancake, right? It's a corn.
Yeah.
like a corn-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty
we had
good.
that. That was very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was very good.
I never had that before. So it was a new word.
Yeah.
I kept
me
calling
too,
it
last
Aleppo. I kept confusing it with a city over in the news.
And you have different sponsors that came out too to support.
Absolutely. We've got such great sponsorship from the community. Palm Chevrolet is our presenting sponsor. We've got Center State Bank, Ocala Eye, Ocala Neurosurgical Center, the Appleton Museum of Art, Jenkins Auto Group, Radiology Associates, Dr. John Gallett, Downtown Ocala, and Duke Energy. So FAFO is really lucky to have been supported by so many wonderful people in our community. And again, the city works so closely with us. It's we appreciate those relationships very much.
So do you you are not an artist? You don't have any work in the show.
I do not.
Do the other people in FAFO? Or
No, as a board member, none of
Nobody
us
does.
would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
would-
not allowed to?
Well, I don't think it would be appropriate. I don't know that if it says it in the bylaws, but
I guess you're right.
I think it's probably better to.
But you would think that the artists of our community should have some place.
Well, many of the board members are artists, and we support
That
each
would make
other.
sense, yeah.
Yeah, we support each other, and they have their own shows and are in different locations in Ocala. So, but in this art show, these we want to give priority to them.
Who was the lady? I don't know if you know the answer to this. Where were we? Was it Queen of Peace? Some of the amazing artwork on the wall in Queen of Peace.
Oh gosh, she did most of the
Who is that lady?
artwork there. I can't remember her name. She's my mother's friend,
I'm
and
thinking
I can't remember her name.
Oh, I don't want to say what.
But she did a lot of the paintings that are in Queen of Peace.
It's amazing.
What type of? Is it oils or?
It's all oils.
I don't know. It's on the wall.
It's all oils, and the pieces were so big they had to take the doors off to get the pieces in there. I can't. She's my mother's friend, and I can't remember her name now. My mind's a blank. But she does really fabulous
Yeah, I'm wondering
stuff.
if her artwork will be shown. I think she's very well known in our community.
Yeah, I can't. I'm
Just drawing a
sorry. You,
blank.
you hit me, and I
Well,
just.
I
Didn't her
know.
husband
My
used to
mind
be
went
the editor of the Star Banner, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Drawing a blank.
What happens because the artists, they must leave their booths up overnight? Do you have separate security for those booths?
Yeah, we have security for that. And then during the day, the artists come in and they still need to take a break or, get away from the booth from time to time to go get water or food or whatever. So we have a whole team of booth sitters that are that are liaisons for the artists. And so if they need to take a
Oh,
break,
really?
we come and we give
Oh,
them,
really?
we give them a break. We serve them breakfast in the morning. We send a snack throughout the day around 2:00 in the afternoon, and then have an artist dinner with the awards on Saturday night.
how
So yeah,
beautiful.
we have a lot of the feedback we get from our artists is that they really enjoy coming to this show because we take good care of them. It's a great weekend and they enjoy it.
So this Saturday and Sunday, weather, according to the weather map here, looks like it's going to be pretty good.
Don't be jinxing me now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was a jinx. So is there any way you can kind of give us a tease? Have you seen any pieces that you want to brag about or were amazed by?
Well, Jeff Ripple is our featured artist.
Okay.
And there's a link on the FAFO.org website that you can take a peek at some of his work. He is a really neat artist. He does oil paintings. They're landscape images, but he does something really special in that he paints not just what he sees, but he paints more of what he would call a poetic interpretation with his energy and emotion and what he feels at the time in the art itself. So,
Really?
so he's our featured artist. Jeff Ripple, again, is his name. So I would say for the tease, go and check out his stuff. There's some really great stuff that he's painted that are representative of our area as well.
Is there anybody in the show that was there 50 years ago?
Not that I'm aware of,
No.
but that's a great question.
Yeah.
And did you have a contest this year about the posters and things like that for FAFO? Because sometimes you had contests where people would be able to submit their ideas.
No, we didn't do any of that this year. We didn't do any of that this year.
So FAFO.org is the website. I'm going to go to the website and see it for myself. And Heather, thank you for coming in to talk to us about this. So it cost us nothing,
Absolutely free.
right? You just go and you walk around and have a good time, and it's a signature event for Ocala. It marks. Has it always been in October?
Yes,
Okay.
always the final weekend in October.
Okay.
And what we have coming up next too is because of the 50th anniversary, we've got a 50th anniversary party that's coming up on November 7th.
Oh,
is
really?
when I believe that is. So if anyone is interested, again, all that information's on the website, but we'd love to have anybody come and join us for the 50th anniversary party. That'll be a really great party. It's a 60s mod chic theme, so we'll have live music and a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, really?
Oh, white
and then-
go-go boots
I
probably.
know,
with
yeah.
The big earrings.
Big
and
earrings.
Mini skirts.
Mini skirts. It'll be fun and some good music. And then we also have a collector's circle. Our collector's circle, we just encourage people who are really interested in art. We have an event every year for collector's circle, and our collector's circle members get some perks for the FAFO to art show to purchase art for themselves as
Oh,
well.
really? Okay.
And a meeting with our featured artist. So lots of stuff to do, and we'd be happy to encourage anybody to participate with us.
Heather, thank you for everything you do for our community. Obviously, being a regular performer of the Ocala
Civic Theater.
Civic Theater, sorry, is a great contribution. And now you've solved the mystery. Robin knew that she knew you from somewhere. She just couldn't put the two together. Thank you for coming in here. Thank you for what you do for our community. And share the video, listeners. Help spread the word. If there's anybody in Ocala that has never gone to FAFO, make it a point. Show up either Saturday or Sunday. Sunday, some of the paintings might be gone.
Yes.
I might have bought one.
That would be awesome.
Thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.